it or not, one of the most common ways that we are exposed to toxins is actually through generational toxicity. What do I mean by that? Meaning it can be passed on from 4 generations. So what's in me right now, as far as any potential toxin, I could have received it from my great-grandma. So from mom to child, there's that process of, as the baby is growing in the womb, there's definitely certain toxins that can be passed across that placenta and into the child. And of course, every mother, that hears this thinks, oh no, what am I doing? And of course, obviously, it's no one's fault. This is just what happens. So mercury can be passed from mom to child. In fact, there was a study done in Europe called the DRASH study, and they found the number of silver fillings in a mother's mouth was reciprocal to the amount of mercury toxicity in her child's brain. Crazy to think about that could be an effect. So if your mother had silver fillings when she was pregnant with you, guess what? Then you likely have some form of mercury toxicity. If your mother had some form of lead in her, guess what? You likely have some form of lead toxicity. If you have any form of toxins in you, then you likely may have passed them on to your child. Now, lead is often stored in the bones, and so when a mom is going through that process of creating life and that baby is growing, well, the body naturally will break down some bone for receiving some minerals to deliver it to the baby. Well, even though they're delivering those good minerals from the bone, unfortunately, lead is coming along with it. So I've got a colleague of mine, healthy individual. His family was raised in a home where they were extremely healthy, and they realized that in the adolescent age of one of their children, he was not healing the way he was supposed to. They did a specific test to measure to see heavy metals. Sure enough, he had high levels of lead. And how did he get those? Well, his mother had very high levels of lead. And so it's like, what other way would have it been exposed? And there's other studies too that have shown this generational toxicity. So this is why another thing that I encourage a lot of families too that are considering to have children in the future to be ready and be prepared and do a detox prior to having kids. Because if you do, then you're minimizing your chances, number one, of creating long-term added stress on your body, but also minimizing the negative effects of potentially passing toxins to your child.